You're young, you're hungry, you're ambitious. You want to make $10,000 a month, you want to be a millionaire, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 principles of exactly how to do so, even if you're students, you're just getting started, and you don't have that much experience. Now, for context, when I was a university student at 18, I failed for 3 years with over $100,000 in student debt because I was not following these principles. So pay close attention, take notes, and if you follow these principles closely, I'm confident that you're going to move so much faster, do this stuff, and find success in less than 1 year when it took me over 3. Now, the first principle that I want to share with you is to extend your time horizon. My friend, you're young. You're 18, you're 17 years old. You don't have a lot of life experience. 1 year of your life is more than 5% of your life. And for the first 3 or 4 years of your life, you didn't even remember it. So every single year of your life is even more eventful. And so I know right now you're frustrated that I was the same. I see all these influencers, especially with social media, Instagram, TikTok. You see young people flashing their Lamborghinis, their trips, flying first class, and you go, man, why am I not already there? Even though I've already spent a couple months trying out these different side hustles. There's this very famous quote that goes that most people completely overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but they completely underestimate what they can do in 5. My friend, you have no idea how far you're going to go in 5 years from now. So please don't assume that you're going to find success in 3 or 6 months. You totally can, but how much nicer would it be for you to expect the worst? Hey, this is going to take me 5 years to get to $10,000 a month, and then come up early and get there in 6 months? Or for you to say, for sure, I'll get there in 3 months. And you never get there at month 3, and then you give up. You see what I mean? Extend your time horizon. Now look, I know you have a lot of questions, and this video is only going to cover the top 7 principles, but so many people still wonder, Richard, I got more questions. You can see it in the comments. And so look, YouTube still doesn't have a feature where we can message back and forth on chat or DMs, but make sure you're following me on Instagram because I do daily Q&As where I answer your guys' questions, and I try my absolute best to respond to all DMs. So right there's my handle. Drop me a follow and tell me that you're coming from this video. The second principle I want to cover is the rule of 1. Now that you know that you need to have a long time frame, you need to understand that there's 3 ones that you must follow. And man, I did not follow this for 3 years. It goes like this. You need to have 1 business vehicle. You need to learn from 1 mentor, and you need to commit to those 2 things for 1 year. Too many people bounce from shiny object to shiny object, just like I did. I tried dropshipping for 6 months, and then I tried trading for 3 months, and then I bought another course and did an ATM for 2 months. You're not going to find success in anything in life if you just have shiny object syndrome, jumping from ship to ship to ship. You already know that a man who chases after 2 rabbits catches none. So if you want to catch the rabbit and you want to hit your first $5,000 or $10,000 a month, you have to commit to 1. You also are probably watching a lot of mentors online. You're watching a lot of influencers, and look, I'm sure they all have valuable information, but rather than consume information from people, the problem you'll start to see is they're going to give you conflicting advice, especially when one guy made his money with dropshipping, another guy made his money with trading or starting a YouTube channel. They're all going to tell you different things. Look, I'm not going to be here to try to convince you of 1 or 2 different business models. I'm here just to tell you, whoever is the person that you admire the most, you share the same values with. Don't just find some dude who flashes a hot girl by his side and a Lamborghini. No, find someone who actually has the same values as you, and then stick to that person's content for 1 year and go all in with that individual. If I can be that mentor for you, fantastic. If not, no problem. But stick to learning from 1 person. Now, once you understand that, the 3rd principle you have to know is you must learn a high income skill. Now, what kind of high income skills are there? There's so many, right? You could learn how to do online advertising, how to start your own agency, how to do video editing. There's so many out there. I want you to focus on what's trending right now. Now, what's trending right now was not what was trending 2 or 3 years ago. You know what's trending right now? Online education. I want you to pay attention and think for a second. Every influencer that you respect, whether they're teaching you how to make money, whether they're a fitness influencer that you follow, what are they all doing? They all have some kind of info product. Maybe it's an ebook, coaching program, a course. $1, $200, $3,000, it doesn't matter. Everyone has an online education product. And so what does that tell you? It tells us that Forbes has published an article saying that online education is a $300 billion industry. The online movement is moving more and more towards education. We all love watching. Why are you watching this video on YouTube right now? This proves the point. You love to be educated online and consume information, which I commend you for. But rather than be on the consumer side why not be on the creator side and take a piece of the pie as well? And so what I truly believe is the greatest business model out there right now, and everyone I think would agree, is the online education space. So learn a high income skill where you can either sell your own education product, or if you're a complete beginner and you don't have an idea or you don't think you're an expert, so you're not qualified yet to sell your own, that's totally fine. There's something called digital arbitrage, which is where you can actually promote other people's digital products and earn anywhere from 50 to 100% commissions, even without owning your own product, creating a product, and you don't even have to show your face. Now, if you're like, that sounds awesome, how do you do so? Look, I'm gonna share with you a few more principles, but I can't tell you everything in this video because we don't have enough time. I recorded a free 20-minute course that shows you step-by-step how I've made over $20 million in this digital space in 5 years with this methodology. It's the first link down below, and it's a free course. Go through it, take notes, send me a message on Instagram, and tell me what you learned from it because it is such a valuable course, all right? Enjoy that, and if you're not interested, no problem at all. I make free videos like this either way because I want to serve you. So let's jump into the next principle. I want to move a little bit into our social life because especially when you are young, you have so much energy. You want to hang out. A lot of your friends, whether they're in high school, they're in university, if you're in your 20s, and people, you go find a 9-to-5 job, people finally start making money and they want to go on vacation. They want to go on trips. Don't do the stupid stuff that young people do. Don't go out clubbing. Don't go hooking up. Don't casual date. One of the greatest mistakes that I made, I really regret, was when I was 18, my first year in university, I joined a fraternity, and I thought it was genuinely business networking. I thought these were high performance guys. It was just party, sex, drugs, all freaking day. Now, thank God I did not participate in the drugs or the alcohol, but it was just an environment that was not healthy, and I was partying and staying up late, and it was just such a waste of a year of my life. My friend, when other people are zigging, you zag. The way that you know that you're right in life is if 99% of people are doing something and then you do the opposite and then people look at you funny, okay? That's how you know with confirmation that you're doing the right thing. Because 99% of people are not successful in life, financially that is, which means that 99% of people are probably doing the wrong thing. If you're 18, if you're 19, and for the love of God, if you're 24 years old and you're working a 9-to-5 and you're finally making money for the first time in your life, do not blow it on clubs, on alcohol. Stay clear away from that kind of stuff. And this takes me to the next principle, which is that when you do finally start making your money, I know for a fact that if you follow these principles I taught you so far, you will get to $4,000, $5,000 a month in no time. And eventually you'll get to $10,000 a month. But the mistake I don't want you to make is to start spending that money and idolizing that money, especially when the money is the first time you've ever seen it. Look, when I made my first $10,000 a month online, I thought I was the wealthiest kid ever. I started inviting my friends out to eat, picking up the tab, feeling like I'm a hotshot, and rightfully so. It was more money than both my parents were making per month combined. But here's the problem with that. You're not making that much. And after taxes, after expenses, and also the fact that you just started making this money, you have no stability in your career. So rather than spend it on anything, I want you to live as if you are broke. Pretend as if that money doesn't exist. Keep it in your bank account, put that into secure investments, or worst case, just keep it in your bank account, but pretend like it's not even there because you need to focus on increasing your income, not doing anything else. So again, do not put that money on a pedestal. Don't think that you're hot stuff. Don't get arrogant. Stay humble and continue to live like you're broke. It's not until you're making $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, and you've been doing so for at least a minimum 12 months where you have the right to start going on trips and posting stuff on your Instagram and changing your bio to an entrepreneur and thinking that you're a hotshot. Please don't do that wannabe entrepreneur activities when you get to your first $10,000 a month, because it's just going to get in your head and it's going to make you arrogant. And by the way, I speak this from personal experience, so I'm not talking at you. I'm talking to you as an older brother, someone that's already made these mistakes so that you don't have to. This next one is extremely important, which is you have to stay locked in to your physical health. Look, I live by a principle that I call how you do one thing is how you do everything. My whole life, I've always trained as an athlete. When I was in high school, I went from the worst athlete, the worst wrestler, to top 50 in the state of California in my weight class. I did so because I realized that physical training was building some of the greatest discipline. And the reason why I'm so disciplined to this day is because of the way I train my body. When you work hard in the gym, when you treat your sleep with excellence, when you don't hit that snooze button, these things push you to become such a sharp warrior. And when you do this, do you know what ends up happening within your business? You work a little harder. You take that extra sales call. You make that extra piece of content. You push a little harder than everyone else around you. And what happens after 6 months of doing that, 1 year of doing that, 5 years of doing that? That stacks and stacks and stacks, and you'll be so much further than your competition. So if you want to keep up your discipline, you want to keep up your focus, no, it's not just working longer hours in front of your computer. You're going to go insane. In the middle of your day, have a strong workout. It doesn't have to be 5 hours. Have it be a 60-minute workout, a 45-minute workout, but train your body like it matters, because that impacts your income. And this principle, and perhaps this is truly the most important one, I actually got from the Bible, the book of Matthew 25. Now, whether you're Christian or not, this is valuable. In fact, the people that tell me that this is the most valuable are my atheist friends who don't believe that there's anything, because they're like, bro, this is the first time I've ever heard of it. It comes from Matthew 25, and there's a story where the master, or Jesus, is saying to his servants, "He who is faithful over much. And he who is not faithful with the little, everything will be taken away from him." And what that means is, look, right now I know you're not making $10,000 a month yet. I know life sucks. I know eating ramen noodles and living in the crappy apartment or living with your parents, it sucks. Okay? I know. I've been there. I was there for many, many years. And I know you're thinking to yourself, well, I'll start getting my act together. I'll start waking up early. I'll start being more productive. I'll be more focused when I get to $10,000 a month. My friend, you're not going to get to $10,000 a month if you're not faithful with what God has already given you. You must be faithful with the little things. If you're a student, you have to be faithful with your classes. You have to be diligent and disciplined in your classes, even if you don't like them, because that excellence with what has already been assigned to you right now in this very moment, that is what is required if you want to get to the next level of life. It says, straight from the good word, that you will not be given the next level of your life if you do not master and dominate this one. Just like a video game, you got to beat level 1 and beat the level 1 boss before you can get to level 2, level 5, and level 10. So be faithful with the little things that you have right now in your life, because I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but those classes, your diet, your sleep, those things matter. Be faithful with that, and I promise you, you will see more things granted, your income go up, and things get better and better. My friend, if I can be that mentor for you, and you're thinking right now, how do I follow the rule of 1, 1, and 1? If you want me to be that one mentor, go through the free course down below. It's there to serve you. Consider hitting that subscribe button, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Remember that how you do one thing is how you do everything. I'll talk soon.